Hello guys, so today we'll be playing Motorsport Manager for the first time on this channel, and there is a mod called Fire Fantasy mod that you can see here that I've already subscribed, installed, and it's active here. The rest of the instructions I'll post in the comments later because somehow the description doesn't allow it. YouTube doesn't allow a longer description, so we'll keep that aside. If you haven't played this game before, this is a F1 manager game in which you control the whole team, so that you control the headquarters, you control the changes in the headquarters, changes in the car, fine-tuning of the car, your staff, your drivers, basically everything that you need to control for an F1 team. And yeah, that's it. So just before we get started, I'll just check the stream once. Working fine. Okay, so let's start. So as I said, the Fire Fantasy mode gets the teams for 2020 and F1, F2, F3, all of them. So for the start, we'll just start a career with one F1 team, and then if that goes well and the season goes well, then maybe try to get something from other F2 or F3 teams, because I've recently started following F1 and know not much about it, but I played this game and I love this game. So let's see, let's start a new career. Also, for the time being, I'm disabling the cam in the menu of the career because there are a lot of things that get covered with the face cam. Okay, so once the race gets started, I'll switch on the face cam again because there's some space there that we can use. So, okay, I don't need the tutorials. I'll just, when the career starts, I'll just browse through all the options, all the settings of the career mode, and all the things that you can do in your team. So as you can see, the Fire Fantasy mod is already installed. There is a long installation process other than just installing it in game, which, as I said, I'll post it in the comments. So this looks fine, all the settings. Let's continue. Okay, so I'm gonna use my gamer name, first name Origin, last name R, and let's keep it United Kingdom, as mostly I'll be inclined towards McLaren or something. It doesn't matter which country you choose. So the different backstories give you different things in the game. As you can see, the driver feedback rating. So feedback rating is something which is used for practice. In practice, usually you have to tune the car to its perfection so that you can get the maximum out of it. And for that, when your driver goes around the circuit, the more they drive, the more information you get about the car, that how much downforce is required and everything like that. But if your feedback rating is very low, your driver feedback rating, that just gives you a very slow rate of getting. So it's say in 10 minutes, if a person can get 50% of the information, a good driver, the next one will get maybe less than that, 30% or something. So you need good feedback rating. But as most of the F1 drivers are good feedback, have good feedback ratings, so we might not need this. As ex-engineer, so you have to design parts of your car as well in this game. So usually if it takes 5 days, this will take 1 day less. Financial, all payments will require 5% less. political voting power is where you get vote on changes for the next season. Say you need to take out the Singapore Grand Prix, or you need to have some spec part, like some part which is determined by F1 and not by the team. So there's basically no option for you to try out any new thing. So you can't design that part on your own. So that gives so voting power. You get 4+4 votes per season. That's not really necessary for us. So it's either ex-driver or ex-engineer, and I choose ex-engineer because it just gives you one extra day. Let's change this to whatever I like. No. I think this is fine. This looks fine. And glasses. So this is what I usually take for the look. It doesn't matter at all. Let's continue. So there's two options: create team. So the create team option puts you in F3, and you have to climb your way up. So basically what happens is your headquarters is at the lowest possible, so you just have one building or so, and you have to build up, and it's really difficult. Of course it has to be difficult, and it's really frustrating because of that. So let's first choose a team from the F1 spot. So again, there are different series: GT series and endurance. So endurance is Lemma and all those things. GT, I have no clue because I don't follow that. And this is the normal single seater F1, F2, F3 series. So let's select this. Again, this game is from 2016, so this doesn't change. 16 events, 16 locations. It's still it's V6 model. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to us because the gameplay is the actual fun part of this game. So let's select F1 because there's the new Fire Fantasy mod and all the teams will be there. Just give me 1 sec to change something here. So again, because of some restrictions in the game itself, there are 24 drivers and 12 teams here. Not the 20 drivers and 10 teams. I don't know why, because there might be some restrictions on how much you can change using a mod. So Haas, the pink Mercedes, Alpha Tauri, Williams, Alfa Romeo, Renault, McLaren, Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes. So obviously I'm not going to choose Mercedes or Ferrari or Red Bull, even though I really love Albon. But yeah, it just becomes a little too easy. Although in my preferences I've set the driver quality to 20, so it will not be that easy, but fine, we'll still have some more shall I say challenge to this. So it's a toss between McLaren and Renault for me. So the budget is 8 million here and the changes aren't that much, so I might as well choose Renault because the expected finish is 5th. Here the expected finish is 4th, as they have finished 4th in 2019. And it will just give us a little bit of leeway with the chairman, and if at all we need to fork out some financial help during the season, it will just help us a little bit more. So I guess we're driving with Renault and with Ricciardo and Ocon this time. Let's see. So this just gives a rough idea of where you stand according to car. So our car is 7th fastest, drivers are 4th fastest. Okay, McLaren is better than Red Bull. Okay, fine. Headquarters is 5th best, staff was sponsors that we'll get later on as we move forward. Pit crew again 7. So basically, see, if you can see here, the home player car. So you control the car, you control the headquarters. So that's where the new upgrades for designs are made. You control the team, which includes the driver and the staff. You control the pit crew, you control scouting, you control finances, everything. So if you have played any kind of manager game before, a football manager or anything like that, you just have the say on everything except for the ownership. Sorry. So let's check the mails. Okay, welcome. The new season. Okay, what he said. Okay, sure you do. Okay. You begin. Okay, Ocon is eager to prove that he is better than Ricciardo. Fine. Excuse me. Okay, rear wing is lying behind. Fine. Ricciardo is one of the very best drivers. Okay. Potential. Okay. This is the problem with the Fire Fantasy mod, that even the young drivers like Ocon and Russell and Lando Norris, they haven't been given much potential. I don't know why. Because these are obviously these are the guys who have potential. Okay. Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel. These guys do not deserve a potential any more than that they have already. Is fine, but this is a little bit odd for me that Leclerc, Lando Norris, Ocon have not been given potential, but that's fine. Daniel has an aptitude for overtaking. Yes, he has, and he's the worst at feedback. Okay, it's very decent. He doesn't have. Okay. So the third driver, not too much of an issue. Okay, so here they ask us what is our aim. So let's be a little safe and say 5th in case something happens and we don't, because if that doesn't happen, then our trust rating will go down and we might not get a new season, or we might not just get the financial help that we need. So again, the Fire Fantasy mod is good in this way because there's this Q1, Q2, Q3 qualifying, which is the new norm in 2020. Pit crew, yeah. So pit crew, I'll go through once we get there. Must respond. Okay, got it. So again, in car you can design a new part. As you can see, you can design engine, gearbox, brakes, front wing, suspension, and rear wing. So everything. So this is high-speed corners is the rear wing. Medium-speed corners is the suspension. Low-speed corners is the front wing. Deceleration is brake, acceleration is gearbox, and top speed is engine. So that's what we need. So every race, see, you can see here, it's the Sydney race next. So top speed is crucial, deceleration is crucial, and acceleration is useful. So you might want to say that we need a good engine, good brakes, and gearbox will come handy. That's how you take it. Again, fuel burn is very low, tire wear is very low, laps are 46, and okay, they haven't given the lap time, but I think it's around 1 minute 50 seconds or so here. So basically, practice and qualifying do not have any rain. Race has a bit of a rain, but we are not sure about it because it's not specifically said and we don't know. So again, as I said, there are some future changes that we need to vote on. So this is the removal of Doha, GP and all. I will come to that later. Once you design these parts, you have to fit the parts in the car. So basically you have to see that which driver gets the new part. And if you design 3-4 parts, then you have to make the driver. So basically, if Ocon is driving the best right now, you tend to give him the better car so that he gets you some points. Here we don't care about the driver's ratings. Of course we do a little bit, but not too much. Construction championships is the important function. And in improved parts, there are some, whatever parts you have designed. Right now there are no parts that I have designed, but even if if I had. So this is the performance here, is that it performs at 850 and it can go to 880 rating. So what you can do is improve performance by clicking here. These people will do that. And so there are two race mechanics. One is assigned to Ocon, one is assigned to Ricciardo, and both of them have some stuff to themselves. And right now, this Chris Richards is given to performance and Mark Slade is given to reliability. So what they do is reliability is 85%. So as the game goes on and the race goes on, the reliability shifts down. So for 46 laps, you have to ensure that the reliability doesn't go under like 25% or 20%. Otherwise, it can just go wrong in a bit of a second. So this will come to again later once we design a new part. HQ. Let's see how the HQ. So factory is at max level. Test track, there is one to be built. Design center, there's one to be built. Wind tunnel is just level 1. Simulator is just level 1. Handling development, all of this is at level 1. So again, we'll come to this when we come to this. Right now we don't have that kind of money to put into a lot of development in the headquarters. Let's check out the team. Chairman, no need to pay attention to that. So what I was talking about, the trust rating is here. So the chairman's happiness, he's very happy right now, so my job is very secure. If he falls below this halfway point, then I'll have to start worrying about my job. So my drivers are Ricciardo and Ocon. Lead designer is Fry, which I don't think I'll explain why. Richards, and these looks good. These look good with good potential also. Drivers, okay, drivers I'm not going to change for the first season, so that whatever it is. So the lead designer actually is the one who gives you all these kind of how should I say, advantage while designing. So I'll just give you an example. So I'm designing a new part in engine, say. So what I can do is, so there are some average components. So this fourth component is unlocked by your lead designer. If he knows this, then this will come. Otherwise, it won't. So basically, what we have to see that your lead designer is good at everything. As you can see here, my lead designer is a bit behind in gearbox and engine, but not too much. So I may not have to worry about changing my lead designer right now. He's costing me 500 and cost to break 6. So we'll take a gander at the scouting once and see if we can get something better. But right now it's serviceable. Chris Richards is bad at pit stops. Mark Slade is bad at part fixes. So maybe race mechanics will have to change. So the more race mechanics stays with the driver, these advantages are unlocked. So what this is if I employ this during my race, any intermediate tires, like for damp courses, will wear slightly slowly. Here it's engine expert, so higher engine modes no longer impact conditions. So if I ask my driver to go faster, the engine will not deteriorate any faster than before. And fuel economy, so fuel is conserved. Let's see. That will get to once the race starts. So pit crew, this is a new thing for a updated Motorsport Manager game. So as we can see, you need front jack. So whoever is assigned to front jack, here it's Rashke, his rating is 16. Rear jack, his rating is 17. So at that position only these ratings matter. Here all tires are 15. Wow, beautiful. Fixing is 16 and 15. Alright. Then these are all bad anyhow. So let's see who we can hire. It's no one better. We have to plow on and not care. We can't care about this. Also, this gives you some mistake percentage, which is pretty low right now, but if they get fatigued after 1 or 2 races, then that mistake percentage will go higher. And then obviously if a pit stop has mistakes, then your time will be adding on. So let's get to that when we get to that. So designers we were talking about. So see this guy, he's good at everything, but he's currently in Red Bull, and his cost is quite high because we'll have to pay 6 million to break his contract. So we don't want to do that. Again, very good at Mercedes, but can't afford it. So this guy, engine is 15, suspension is 15, but otherwise very good. This guy is good. Bob Bell, okay, no. The engine is very bad. No. I think the first guy we may be able to, because he's unemployed, he'll come a little bit cheaper. First, let's compare it with our own guy. So as you can see, engine is on par, gearbox is better, brakes are better, rear wing is same, suspension our guy is better, and front wing our guy is better. So basically, where is our guy behind? In about everything. Okay, so gears and brakes, this guy is phenomenal. Should we? Okay, let's get this guy. Start negotiations. So as you can see, wages aren't very important. I am not inclined to pay you any more than that as well. My cost per race for the previous one is 2010. So let's keep it like that. He's unemployed, so he'll prefer a long contract, which is what I want as well. And signing fee isn't important, but 90,000 is fine because I can afford it, and I don't need to give him any bonus because again he's unemployed. If this was a guy who needed to be pried out of Mercedes or Ferrari, then I'll have to give these a huge bonuses. Otherwise, he won't break his contract. So we have sent him a request. Actually, I think we need to change race mechanics because this is just bad stats. Let's see. Always prefer to go to unemployed persons so that we get to save money. Obviously, these two look good. This is again endurance series, so he can come here. Not a big issue. Okay, this looks nice. So I think Freya Colley and Sung Shuing. Let's see. First Sung Shuing because she has phenomenal numbers. Start negotiating. 23. Okay. No contract. 37. That's fine. Let's see. Then another one we need to see. Race mechanic. Oh, this guy is good. Mary Paddock. Wow, nice. Oh, sorry. It's this gal is good. Sorry. So okay, this all. If you can see all these, so both the race mechanics have full potential. So these can reach a 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 rating on each of those components that we are looking at. So yeah. Existing contract is 21, so this is a huge bonus for him. I prefer, okay, team pays on. It's not a big money actually. I think okay, so this even if she's going from endurance to F1, she is looking for a good bonus and all. I'll give her that. I think we can afford this. If this 8 comes down to like 4, it's fine. That's fine. We can afford this. So we have sent the pit crew. More people will get more options here once we get to the pit crew. Once we get more days in the career. So that's fine. Finances is fine. We're not. So sponsors, as you can see, there are 2 slots which are empty. The slot 6. And the slot 1. So slot 1 will pay us huge amounts, and fixed payment slots pay a little less. But these will unlock before the first race, so we don't need to worry about that. Obviously, standings is the start of the race, so it doesn't matter. Okay, that's it I think. Let's go ahead and start the simulation. Okay. So there will be some mails at the end of this. Okay, I think we have our first staff member. Okay. Obviously, if a new manager is announced, it's always a mixed reaction. I don't know who the fuck my Patterson is. Fan reaction obviously mixed, and she has accepted. Let's go. Sign this. He has accepted. Let's sign this guy. Oh, this is gonna cost me. Okay, we have to. Okay. Now we can start designing a car because we have a good engineer now. Lead designer, sorry. So again, Fire Fantasy mod adds this MSNBC, Sky, Canal Plus, La Gazzetta, all these logos, so this adds to the realism of the game. But my finances are really bad, I should have thought about that, but okay. So shall we design an engine? Engine is very important for this. So again, so this adds a risk level. So what happens is that at the end of the race, they check your cars for illegal parts. And if the risk level is say 2, you're almost sure that you will get a penalty, and 1 you can, it's a 50-50 chance. So I try to keep this low. I try to build top speed. If I'm doing an engine, I try to build the top speed here and not reliability, because reliability, our guys at the improvement parts section can look after that. Alright. So let's design this part. So if you can see, the reliability was 61% and it hasn't changed because this is, so if I choose reliability, this will change to 76, and if I choose this, it was 865 out of 890, and now this will become 885 out of 910. So if I put performance boost and reliability boost, I'll get 9, 10 and 100% reliability. So that's good, and this will be delivered 6 days before the race, so this gives us a bit of time to improve the reliability to 75 or 80% so that it can get through the race fully. Oh, my finances are gone, so I can't maybe, okay, I may not be able to get these guys, but let's see. Just 1 sec. Okay, let's continue. Okay, I've got an interview request obviously. So again, the answers that you give them have some impact on what happens within your team with your president or the chairman. So let's be a little diplomatic here. What's your plan? So I think the second answer, so solid foundation, gives us a good diplomatic answer. Not to say that we're going to be successful in the next 2 seconds or something like that. Oh wow, morale, Daniel Ricciardo morale is 0. Or maybe because he's going to change the team as well in this game as well. Let's see. Okay, I'm lucky enough to have inherited this one, give both of them something. Okay, this guy is not budging. Okay, I wrote that you're expected to finish 5th in the teams. Yeah, again, no change. Obviously, okay, I'm at, what the hell? This is just, I'm very popular and not popular. Give me just 1 second. So let's get cracking. I think we'll have to go to our let's ask for some money. Installation of funds. Really? Okay, fine. Oh, she's okay. She's rejecting. Wow. Okay. think we're getting very bad. Maybe we get this. Oh, she's also not coming. Are you really kidding me? Okay. Insulted. You are unemployed. Yeah, I know. So this is our engine design finished. So yeah, so as you can see, here's the first report on the Sydney. It will be 46 lap race. Lap record is 153 and 40% chance of rain. Ultra soft, super soft and medium. As you can see, the tire wear and fuel burn is very low, so we are in a good position. Okay, so tire wear, our car's tire wear is very good. This is all defined in the chassis, which we get to design only in the second season, at the start of the second season. We don't get to do this on the first season, so that's okay. Ricardo meditates. Alright, we think so. Wind tunnel, we don't have the money. Engine build is finished, nice. So now, in this engine build, this is the new engine. This is the new engine. Say I give this to Ocon. Alright? Because he was very unhappy with his car, so let's give it to Ocon now. But he won't be able to get through the whole race with 61% reliability. So now we have to improve this part using reliability. So if basically there are 55 staff with us, if there's no performance boost job involved, this will all go to reliability. But if I do this, then this will be split, and therefore if I change a little bit of this will both be done one day before, which will give us a good. Actually, it doesn't matter even if it's 1 hour before the race, is fine. But let's keep it like this, so we get to fit it before the race. And this will just, once I click continue, it will go on for the next 6 days or 5 days, and it will happen. As you can see, the sponsors are available. Right now I need money right now, so I'll take this and deal it for 14 and 10 races, so the difference is not much. So I'll take the 10 races so that I can get one more good sponsor after 10 races. If I'm positioned well after 10 races, I'll get even better sponsors. So basically my budget is up again a little bit. This will actually give us a better, very better deal. But let's see when that happens. Financial management, yes. So this guy will continuously focus on the financial management thing. Okay, it's up to you, guy. You can offer us money again. So there is 0 upfront payment, and qualifying home race bonus 1.4x, second and above. So again, this is a better deal because second and above we are not getting this. 7th and above, yes, we might be, even if one of our drivers comes 7th or above, we'll get this. So this is a good offer, and this is not a fixed amount, so I have to go 7th or above, otherwise I won't get this. Okay, let's continue. Okay, wow. Okay, so one is refusing. Okay, let's check out someone else. Freya Cody. This guy looks good. Again, unemployed. So, yes. Yes. Okay. Nothing else. Nothing. Let's go with one. Just give him some money so that he won't reject on the first slot. Let's see what Mary Poppins is not coming. Okay, you got done. Yes, so see, so all these things are done. Now see, it's 910, 910 and 87. I think the cap on this is 87. Maybe this is because of the mod, because earlier the cap was 100. Okay, so who's worse? This guy is worse in part fixes. Part fixes is not going to be a huge part of our race unless we crash. So Pit stops, I need someone for the pit stops right now. So let's sign this. I need someone for the pit stops. So we are going to replace this one first. And oh, this is cheap. Nice. So see if this person is not working with this guy for at all. This hasn't been unlocked. So this will unlock. This is not a huge deal. It will only matter if our strategy is like that. You want 0 pit stop race or something like that. Then this will matter, the unlocked portions. Otherwise it's fine. It's fine. So this is nice. We have, so again, BBC realism. This mod is fantastic. Except for that potential thing that I was saying before. This mod is fantastic. Fantastic. Staff is here, staff is here. Let's continue. I think it's race day. It's race day. Okay, why isn't it going forward? Yeah, it is. So yeah, we have selected this bonus, 7th and above. I'll get 1,028,000. So if this all get satisfied, I'll get 169. That's fine. Tire selection. So yeah. So usually medium tires go about 80% of the race, supers of 50%, and this 30-35%. We'll just auto pick something and then let's see. So Ocon might, Ricciardo might be faster than Ocon. I haven't. First, let's study these tires. How smooth are they? So the more smooth they are, the parts of car remain, the efficiency remains better. So consistency is good, overtaking is good, braking is good, feedback is bad. Feedback 15 is actually not that bad, so that's fine actually. Esteban Ocon, braking bad, smoothness bad, adaptability bad, feedback bad. Okay, feedback is quite bad. Alright, focus. Okay. So Ricciardo is obviously the better driver, so we'll give ultra soft tires to Ricciardo, so that also I'll change the front parts. I'll give Ricciardo better parts because Ricciardo is the one who's going to win me something. It looks like it right now. Okay, let's continue. Tire selection, so ultra soft. So what we can do with Ocon is that give him medium tires and ask him to run the race on medium tires the whole way without stopping for a pit stop. He might be a little slow, but he'll still maybe get 6th, 7th or 8th position, and we'll ask Daniel Ricciardo to go on a one-stop strategy so that he races faster, and one-stop strategy might work with him. I think this is a good selection. You can change it if you want, because we won't be driving with medium for Ricciardo and we won't be driving with ultra for this, but let's keep it. Part fitting is fine, we have already fit the parts. Let's race. So see, the feedback is pretty poor, but can't choose that. So you have to, so this is how you tune up the car. You can change the angle on the front wing. The more angle it is, there will be a high downforce. Why is it noise? Okay, maybe. So right now the downforce, you can't judge it. It might be the downforce might be low or high. This needs is actually according to the track, and I don't know the tracks by heart. So let's see. Handling, it's a bit towards understeer, so we'll oversteer. And speed balance, again a balance. So I tend to put it approximately towards halfway of both, and then according to the driver feedback we'll see. So first of all, so if you can remember, the qualifying was on a sunny day, so we'll need ultra soft tires for a good qualifying race. So we'll first put ultra. So this knowledge is gained. The more you drive on ultra soft tires, the more knowledge you get, and there's a active slot active advantage that you get, in which you can get 5% more, 10% more, 15% more of performance from those tires or in that race. So if it's a qualifying, so 15% better performance in the qualifying, and if it's a race, 50% better in race. So race is obviously more important than qualifying, so we'll keep the stint to a race and tires ultra soft because qualifying is for that. Again, and Ricciardo will run on ultra soft, so we need ultra soft for that. Priority is Ricciardo, obviously. So again, somewhat halfway. This looks pretty okay. Let's change something up, because then the feedback will mean something. This guy will run on ultra soft again. Okay, this guy doesn't have good ultra. Okay, let's keep it with this. He'll also need 2 ultra softs minimum to race on qualifying, so let's do that. And I'll take the practice. I'll keep the speed a little bit more, because otherwise it will just take 20 minutes of our time, but that's fine. Race trim 12 laps. We can call them in any time we want, so that's not an issue. But if we keep it less, it will be an in lap, out lap, and 4 laps, so it will be essentially be 6 laps. 12 laps, you can call it in any time, so you basically save 1 lap time. Send out. Ricciardo send out. Stints again, same. Race stint is much more important than qualifying. Let's see what happens. We are currently following Ricciardo. I'll just start my camera now, because we are in race. And here we go. If you can see, this is the strategy. So I can ask them to attack. So this will be needed when I really want to go do aggressive overtakes. Backup when I want to conserve the energy. So this will actually affect this temperature of the tire a bit. Like if I'm attacking, this will go higher very quickly. If I'm conserving, it will go down very quickly. And for neutral, it tends to stay at whatever temperature I've asked it to keep at neutral. But of course, according to the day, according to temperature, ambient temperature, it goes up or down. But usually it just stays at that level. Again, medium and low, conserve a little bit of fuel. High and overtake, just use up the fuel too much. And again, these leads to tire wear, this also leads to engine wear, but that's not given here, but it's fine, we know that. So strategy, and in the race there will be one more strategy here, in which I can ask them to race with each other, these two guys, or I can ask one of them to allow the teammates to go through. In case Ocon is ahead and Ricciardo needs to overtake to take on the guys ahead, usually what Bottas does for Hamilton, then I'll ask Ocon to step aside when Ricciardo is approaching, so that he'll just let him go through. So let's go. So what will happen now is, they'll give me feedback on whether they need more steer or less steer. They'll give me feedback on whether they need better, so if they are going slow because of the downforce, or they need more downforce, that the handling is not quite well, or they need the top speed is not up to mark, or they need more acceleration. And according to that, we'll tune up the car later on. So he's saying perfect gear ratios, he's also saying gearing seems right. can see here, purple means the best time in that sector, sector 1, sector 2, sector 3. So Stroll has the best time in sector 2 right now. Bottas has the best time in sector 1. And because this is the first lap, green is personal best time for that sector. Purple is the best out of all, and yellow is worse or equal. So right now Stroll is leading in sector 2, Bottas is leading in sector 1. Presumably Bottas will be giving us the fastest lap, let's see. And our guys were the fastest at some point, but they dropped off. Okay, Hamilton is setting it now. Okay. So this guy is feeling the aero is nice. This guy is also feeling the aero is nice. Aero is down for settings. Aerodynamics. Handling is good. These places right now don't matter, this is a practice, so we don't have to think about this too much. So basically right now we don't have to change the tuning of the car too much. It looks like that. We'll only know once we go to the tuning. But I feel this is a good time to call them in. We have already reached about 80% of level 2. So we'll tune up the car and send them out on the same race trim and ultra soft tires, so that we'll get to tune the car a bit earlier. It's already there are already 8 to 9 minutes gone, so we'll see. Once these guys come in, I'll tune up the car a little bit more, try to get 100% efficiency on that, and then we'll move forward. So my friends are messaging me. Wait. Okay, let's go. So I think Ricciardo is coming in the pits. So as you can see, handling is excellent and this is good. So I'm guessing the downforce needs to be a little bit lesser. This is just my guess, I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna keep it here, the default setting. And if you can remember, the in the start it was said that top speed is much more important. So I'm gonna keep the gear ratios to top speed, so that that is what we get. And since this white is the mark where we kept it before, we'll have to adjust a little bit so that we get it again. So because we know this is excellent, so we'll keep it at that. Stints again, race, and we can keep it at 8 because I think we'll get the third level of knowledge by then. And let's see. Okay, one of my friends is saying please front wing. I'll ask him why. I don't think this is a fast track. I don't think we need more downforce. Okay, this guy knows F1. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll keep a bit more of it then. He's saying increase front wing because Australia needs mechanics recommendation. Okay, it's towards high. That's why he's saying high. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. Okay, let's send him out. I'll just send this guy out. Okay, so these are great. Then I'm going to try something here. Okay. Okay, he's saying that there are more turns in this race, that's why we need more downforce. Okay. I did not know that, thank you. So if it's great, we don't need to change it too much. So great and excellent are quite together, like they're close enough. Correct. So downforce, okay, let's go again with downforce as okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's send them up. So once this gets to the third level, I'll unlock the knowledge and I'll bring them back in again. Okay, so Ocon is saying the downforce doesn't help. So we'll change the Ocon downforce to on the opposite side next time. This is fine, the practice is still 11 minutes to go. As soon as this, I think this is getting okay. More downforce, okay. The Ricciardo needs more downforce, this guy needs less. Okay, so I can call them back in because we have reached the knowledge level. Okay, I can send them out now. Okay. So this went down. Okay, we'll use this setup. So this didn't change much. This guy needs lesser downforce, so we'll go down. Sorry. Okay. We need more lesser downforce. That will give us. Okay. Okay, this should be okay. Should be okay. Let's see. We'll give him qualifying, and we can make Ocon go on medium for the whole race because it's 46 to 45 and we can take a gamble on that, or we can take super soft and help Ricciardo. I think we can take medium. Let's see. Oh, pit stop 77 seconds. What the hell? Okay. Can't do anything about them. So we have reached great and okay on this guy. Okay. This guy said I need more downforce, we'll give him more downforce. And this was already great, so we'll keep it at great. Again, qualifying 3, and we'll give him medium. So you can only get one tire compound advantage in the race, so it doesn't help to have super soft and ultra soft both for Ricciardo. because we can't deploy them both. So we'll make it medium, some amount of medium for Ocon to help out on, and Ricciardo will get ultra soft. We're going to get a little less information on the qualifying stints and medium compound tires because there's less time remaining in the practice. That's fine. So I think even if I get the first level on qualifying and medium, this will lead to me getting 5% more performance, which should be okay. This is the first race. We'll see what it is. Battery balance is good, handling is good. Let's check it out. One. Aero is good, this is good. I think we have reached about 92 to 95% efficiency. That's okay to be going into the race. I've realized something, that if you simulate this practice, you never get good results. So beware. The practice is ending. So we'll get to see the results of this practice session. So see, excellent, great. So this is good news for us. We can head into qualifying on a good note. So basically, if you can come down in qualifying, since there are 24 drivers, we need to be in the top 17 for the Q1 to Q2 qualification, and in the top 10 for the Q2 to Q3 qualification. Who was first? I forgot. Hamilton bottom out. Sorry, bad question. Let's get to qualify. So this is where we use the knowledge slot. So if you can see, Ricciardo is the one with the new mechanic, so he doesn't have any of his own knowledge slots, and only those what we just achieved. So I'll give him ultra soft tires and 5% performance for qualifying. In race, he'll be on ultra soft and race, so that 15% performance increase from tires and 15% from race. For this guy, ultra soft obviously. And fuel economy we can use it in race, but not in here, so qualifying. Okay, car setup is all good. 98%, that's good as it gets. So ultra soft. So you can see it's 19, 19, 38. So we are not going to get the full length of the race on this, so we might have to think about starting on super soft and then on like racing through the super soft tires, say 46 minus 19, 27. So for the first 26, 28 laps, we can push these tires to their limits, get maximum out of it, and then change to ultra soft to increase the performance. And because medium is again, Ricciardo is a much smoother driver, so Ricciardo gets more laps out of medium tires than Ocon. Ocon was like 45, so we'll have to check whether Ocon can go on zero pit stop strategy, but that's okay. Again, setup feels fantastic. 97, good, and ultra soft. So what I'm going to do is actually, this will actually hamper his qualification timing because these are already used tires. But if he gets into the top 17, I don't have to. So that's all I need right now, because the Q3 timings is what is going to count. So let's try this. If he gets in the top 17, then the next in Q2 we'll use the ultra soft tires. If he doesn't get into the top 17, he'll go out on one more sprint in this Q1 on a new tire, so that we can get that scoring as well. So let's go. I'll take the qualifying. So first we'll send this guy out. Then we'll send this guy out. Okay, so this guy needs one ultra soft remain, or maybe two for the race, so we can use this. Usually if you want to better a timing in a race, in the qualifying, you have to use a new tire, so you have to be a little cautious. Okay, so this is something that I don't know how to do. I'm being fair here. Clear air optimization, I tried it and it's not as, I can't do this, so I'll just let these people take care of it, the AI. So basically you have to, before you start the qualifying, you have to end up both in the green zone is what I understand from this, and usually it's not. Something always gets overheated, but that's fine. Ricciardo is good. Okay, Ricciardo is not good, but fine. Let's see where they are. Once everyone completes, we'll have a clearer picture. Even Ricciardo in the top 17, I don't have to go through the tires shenanigan again. Just be in the first 17 and that's fine with me. Okay, give me a minute, I have to sort something out. Just 1 minute. Okay, let's get back. So he looks fine. Only Latifi is remaining, so we can spend a bit of a time. Okay, he looks hurt. Oh, Ocon is right here. Should we take a risk? Okay, the difference is not too much. Okay, I think we can send him out at 2:30 as well, so let's take a risk of staying here. Let's keep an eye on this. If he does fall down, then I'll have to send him back on. I'm afraid of Magnussen and Russell. Grosjean is shit. You don't have to. Ocon, come on. Do not fall down, Ocon. Okay, I think we've made it.
Did you feel speaking down the barrel of the camera?
I think this gamble paid off. Oh, Rossi and Van Doon are back again. Come on, tell me this gamble paid off. The funny thing is, when I started this Fire Fantasy mod just to check out this mod, I took McLaren, and Norris and Sainz were never in the top 10 for me. AI, they are in the top 10. Nice. Nice. Just good luck. Oh shit. I may have screwed this up. Magnussen is out. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Oof. Come on, Russell. Nice. And we've done it. We qualify for the next round. Nice. So basically, without this mod, this qualifying used to be just one qualifying session with 12 minutes. So you used to be able to do 3 rounds. Okay. Doesn't matter. Soft tires. Okay, these guys are eliminated. Do not care about them. Both my drivers have qualified. Oh, you. This is just bad. This water condition. It's damn near wet. Yeah, it has to be intermediate. Oh, come on. The qualifying was a sunny day. I think we'll have to do one more lap after this when the track is a little bit dry. This bad. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah. Nothing. No. This was really bad. This was really bad. Water is drying off. Water is drying off. And we will be able to do ultra soft. Problem is good. Okay, there is no track. Okay, there is no track grip. Nice. So I think we'll send out Ricciardo a bit later when there's a bit more track grip. Check out what he does. I think I'm going to lose out on the sponsor objective, but let's see. Yes. Now we send him out on a fresh ultra soft tire. Are you kidding me? Ricciardo is gonna stop this guy. Oh shit. Okay, just go on. You're not P1, idiot. Just finish it up. Finish it up. Okay. Just don't fall down. 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 Oh. Hard luck. Hard luck. All right. Okay, Ocon is eliminated, and we move to Q3. We'll wrap up the stream after we finish the first race. Okay, okay. Oh, there will be water. Good thing I started on Q1. Sorry, Q2. Oh, wow, I have to start with that tire. Okay, this is bad. I thought it was just that compound. Okay. So basically we are fucked. So this is going to be very bad position. It's already raining. No, it was not a good lap, but fine. I'll send you out around 5, so I'll send you out immediately because then you will be able to get that grip. Stopped. This is bad. This is bad. If I get clear, yeah, the track is clear in front of him. So, oh, the grip is ready. This is just fantastic. I am 9th. That's just perfect. Oh, come fucking on. Fantastic. Yeah, 129. Okay, let's see. Will not. I think it's going to be 8 or something. Hopefully this water makes things difficult. Hopefully. Good. Some dumb luck. Let's see where we stand. Let's see where we stand. Oh, are you kidding me? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh shit! This was nice. Can't believe. Brain save. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, it's race time. Let's get through all the options first, then we will race. It's 9:50 p.m. Then we'll finish it up before 10. Okay, how about water? It's done. But I think we are has to be this way. I don't have anything. Doesn't matter which stars he's on. Actually, how many laps is this? Is 12:40. That's still dazzling. Okay. Oh, this rule. This is bad algo. Okay, I can use intermediate. Fine. I feel I don't. Is everyone on? Oh, it's locked for me. What does this mean? Okay, driving strategy. This guy is pole, so he will have to push. Oh, sorry. Push. This guy is down 11. On intermediate, there's like 15 to 16 laps to go, and the tire quality is much higher. You can see it's 36 to 38, even better for Ricciardo. So we can ask them to push, not help. Engine modes higher, as we've seen from the knowledge that this guy does not burn more fuel, so engine mode is actually going to help us. We can keep pushing till the end. Okay, let's go. Okay, so everyone is forced to use intermediate. Okay. This is a new feature, this expected form, what the driver is currently driving. So Ricciardo with pole position is a 3 and 11th position Ocon's on 5. It's insane. Let's see. So everyone's on intermediate. Again, 4x speed. Okay, I have to change the strategy. Hamilton is really fast. What the fuck? Okay, Giovinazzi crashed. No taking sector 1. Okay. So as you can see now, there is different things here. I'll just explain this is the car condition, all parts. As I said, reliability. This condition will drop over the course of the race. This is strategy, as I've said. whether I want it high. This will make the car go faster. This will make them to get aggressive turns, aggressive corners, aggressive overtakes. And this race team orders, I can ask Ocon to let Ricciardo through, or Ricciardo to let Ocon through, which will be highly unlikely. So this is basically it. If I want to do a pit, I can change the tires, I can fix some parts. If there's an issue, I can change the... So the pit strategy is again safe. It will take a bit more time. This will take a little less time. So say if I want to change the tire, so that's 2.3, right? With safe it will take 2.3 seconds more. With fast it will take 0, but there's a risk of making a mistake. So mistake chances rise here. This is the lowest risk chances. So balanced usually works for me. I've seen in the previous races, balance works for me. Okay, let's race. I've gone through the settings again once more. Once I'm doing some changes, I'll explain the settings once more, so that's not an issue. So Ricciardo is third by a distance. Detailed standings, as you can see. So you can see here in detailed standings, this is the strategy employed by everyone. Okay, I'm pushing my this actually minus 2.24 means that I actually have less fuel estimated for the race to finish. So I'll finish the race 0.24 laps before the race actually finishes. So I might not want that. This guy again minus 0.11. So I'll shift this to medium, because this guy is a longevity. Actually this can remain in high because tire drag is fine with us right now. You can see that these are all temperatures, so the tires are getting worn out. So Stroll is the worst, so I think he must have put tire on high, which is why he's worse. Or maybe his smoothness rating is very low. I don't know. I haven't scouted Stroll yet. These guys are good because they're conserving on their tire conditions, as you can see, back up, which is why I'm getting a bit of a gap from Gasly. And Leclerc was speeding before, but now he's not, because they switched here. The engine is on push mode for everyone, but tire is different according to their standings. So live drivers championship standings, it doesn't matter. Team standings, tire history. So this is the standings. Detail is here. Let's go. So if the tire temperature is around here, somewhat 50% of all, the tire wear is the lowest. But right now we need Ricciardo to try and go for second, because a tire drag will reduce the condition of tire. Since the intermediate tire is made to go for 38 laps and I only need 16 to 18, I can afford to make this tire go a little faster. Let's keep on checking the water, because if there's a spike in water again after where it has gone down, then we might not need to pit stop for that. Just 2 or 3 laps on dry surface and back on wet, so that will be fine for us. Right now all we need to do is maintain our position here and we'll be fine. I think Ricciardo can take on Leclerc, not Hamilton obviously, but Leclerc I think, yes. My form is going down, so you see, this guy is good, this guy is good. So this is all, this driver modifiers comes the last 3 ones after a race and how they have done in the race. So if this guy finishes up on a podium, Ricciardo, for me, his morale will go up, and for the next 2 or 3 races, it will be very good. Okay, so my Ocon has crashed into Magnussen, which is awesome. So right now you can see I will change the tires, because obviously I'll change the tires. I'll fix this part. So this gives me more 4 seconds of this, and I don't have to change that. Okay, that's a bit, I have to. So this gives me, the pit stop was good, the pit stop was good. Wait, this happened very fast. Let's slow down a bit. So what happened there was, if my face cam was blocking it, you'll see this on Ricciardo once you click. It showed how well and how fast the pit stop was, the fixing of the car and the changing of the tires. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. We are following Ocon, but why? Why are we following Ocon is the question. We'll follow Ricciardo. This 20-second Magnussen is still not pitting. Wow, why? I have no clue why Magnussen is not pitting, but that's fine. We don't have to care about that. So Bottas is gaining on us. Let's see what he is doing. Okay, he's on medium. His car is naturally faster than us. So that will be one thing. Okay, 14.5. That actually is bad for us, because 14.5, if it goes to like 20 or something, 15 to 20, then the top guy, Hamilton, can pit and still come out in front of us if the pit stop is fast. So here Bottas is getting some DRS, maybe, because I think he will overtake us. Okay. But again, Ricciardo is good at overtaking, so he will defend it, as we've seen here. Where the tire track is. Again, if I want to reduce the tire track, I have to go to conserve and not medium, because medium will just keep it at that. And as you've seen, Bottas is through. And if now that I have kept on low, back up, I think Vettel will go through too. Let's see. Leclerc has done good and kept the distance from both sides, so he will be able to keep that position for a while. And Vettel has gone through. Fucking Vettel. I think we can give up on Ocon right now, because this crash changed everything. He's not going to get a top 10 position, so yeah. How's Magnussen doing? He's still, oh wow, he's still doing okay. Ricciardo. I think my tire drag is worse than others, but it doesn't matter, because we have to pit anyhow for the dry tires. If there was no rain, then I would be concerned that my tire drag is much worse than all my similarly positioned drivers, but right now it doesn't matter. Holding fifth, but 23 seconds is a bit much. I think what we will do is get an early pit stop right around 2 laps from here, when the water is going down, and then push the car to its limits for some time, because I think it's time to go on to ultra soft now, because if I take a super soft, can I go the distance? I'll have to see. Hamilton has pitted. Hamilton is on ultra soft, so I think Hamilton will also have one more pit stop. Okay, now it's time to pit. Should I do what should I do? Speed shift is drastic. I think Microsoft is good. Yeah, let's go. I'll drop down to like 8th or something. This guy needs to change as well. I think we'll give him medium. So as you can see, everything was done quickly, no mistakes, and we're off. Overtake and push for now. Let's follow this now. Again, this will happen here. Quick. So, we came out 5th, which was good. But there's a huge difference right now, so we'll keep it on medium so that we don't get some tire drag. Get the most out of this ultra soft tires and build up our fuel so that in the end 10 laps we can push for a position overall. There's 8 seconds behind us and there's 19 seconds, no, 11 seconds, 13 seconds in front of us. So we can hold this position, wait for them to stop early, push on these tires, or pit early and push on the new tires. Can we change this out? Alright, go for it. You can't, he's on ultra soft, you're on medium. So the only good thing I can see about this medium strategy, okay, you're past, so just shut up now, is that all these guys will have to pit and he will not. That's the only thing that can get him somewhere. So at least till 14 or some place. Not more than that because they're too far ahead. But 14 or something is fine. Better than retiring actually. Okay, we are looking at Ricciardo. Shall I speed this up? Shall I see? Okay. This is very disorienting. I don't like that. Okay, as Ocon is getting lapped. So if you can see here, my pace is 0.009 minus, which is I'm gaining on my lap times. So I'm reducing the gap in front by very small margin, granted, but I am. Right now I am. But okay, so now I can push to. So basically this wear has come to about 50%. Sorry, the temperature, which will give me a reduced wear or optimum wear. The tire shouldn't be too cold or too hot. So now I've kept it at neutral, which hopefully will keep this steady here. And I'm trying to build economy so that, say at lap 36 or so, I'll pit and just go hell for leather from there. Because there's 19 laps on one ultra soft tires. So at overtake mode I can maybe do 8 to 9 laps on full aggression. I did not say anything, you idiot. Don't turn left. Okay, you can. Okay, 50%. It's going to be difficult to get 10 laps out of it. Let's see. As you can see, everyone's tire temperature is fine. Tire wear is similar. Tire temperature will depend on the modes, strategy modes. Let's see. If I make this low, then the guy behind me will get to score on me. So I don't want to do that. So I think Van Doon, Latifi, Stroll, Russell. No, the difference is too much. I think only Van Doon, if he pits, will get to do something about it. As you can see, this is the delay. Sorry, the gap from behind and to the front. From behind to front. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to tire temperatures here. My bad. Push it back. Okay, so Van Doon is gone because he'll pit now. Let's see how close we come to Latifi once he pits. Then we'll decide what do we want to do. Oh, okay. I think it's time to go wet now. Okay. How fast is this going to happen? I can continue for some time. Let's take this. As long as this water is less, I can still get something. There was no grip. What has happened? Is anyone else pitting? अरे dilemma क्या है? So Bottas, Hamilton, should go for wets because this is going to be a Okay, the wet tires might give me some option because this is going to be for the last 8 laps or so. This is going to be beautiful. 6 laps. We'll lose some. Actually, I think I should go 1 lap normal. Go for it. 1 lap on these tires. This last lap. Yes, now you pit. 4 wets. Nothing. Yes. Where are you? This final thing. Actually, no, don't pit. I don't understand. Ricciardo has the given Ricciardo the advantage here. Okay, 0 mistakes. Nice. Yes. No. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. When this gets wet, we'll be able to overtake it. Just keep it down right now. Nice. Hamilton and everyone has pitted for wets. Hey, why is Ocon in front of me here? Just give him the blue flag now. Oh, I was so behind that they pitted and I'm still not able to take any advantage of this. Go for it. I think we have to accept that we're going to come fifth. Not bad, not good. 3.6 Ronkin. Oh, I did not see this. Verstappen had crashed. That's why I'm fifth. Otherwise, I would have been low. Since when is Gaslit forming this well? Laps to go. I need a better engine. I need a better engine. If I come fifth, I'll get the sponsors objective, so I'll get some money out. Lewis Hamilton is spun. Will Vettel take him? Shall we watch Vettel? Final 3 laps. Let's see if Vettel gets first. My is fine. Oh, wow! I'm coming fourth. Beautiful. And with that we have Vettel. Scuderia Ferrari. Okay. But now I have to go first because there's photos. Arey, what the hell, man? Don't do anything, just last 2 laps. Go for it, bro. Don't let Bottas come to you. Finish the race of time. Last race, I think it's finished. And we've come fourth. What the hell? Oh, one more lap. Sorry. This is determined by the race leader. That's why I'm a little bit behind it. Sorry. Fourth it is. Fourth it is. You're fine. Ocon is fine. Fourth it is. I've never understood what this symbol means. Oh, Vettel won. Okay. Ferrari is doing good. So this gap here, 11 to 35, that's what we need to reduce. Ricciardo is a good driver. If we give him a good engine, Hamilton and Leclerc did one stop before. What is this? I took 15 laps for intermediate. Okay. 15 and then 18 for the outer stop. This is what gave me the option. No, actually this is what gave me the option. These stops were very fast. Their stops were very fast. Okay, let's see. It's changed. So this is where I was talking. The risk in developing a part. If the risk is +2, it's almost guaranteed to hit that you will be taken off the chart. You will receive a penalty and you can't use that part again. So I try to avoid that, but sometimes the options are such that you have to use that. 10-second time penalty, 20-second time penalty. Wow. And yet, fastest lap. Okay. Pink Mercedes. It's racing point. Okay. So Red Bull is going to come. I may be able to finish 4th. Let's see. Good race. Good race.
About the subject. Well, Albert.
So top 5 and my marketability increased. If this is a podium finish, his morale would have increased too. Marketability has gone down. Very bad race for him. Alright, driver morale is nice, I guess. Form is good here. Good. Nice to see this happening. So one of our racing mechanics is still to be higher. That's fine. There's F2 and F3 roundups. I don't understand these systems that much, so New platform. Football matches have started. Okay, when I hire one more, I think it's will go here. So we'll finish up whatever remains, then we'll finish up the stream. Practice, qualifying. So after every race there will be some time to fix whatever the parts have suffered. So that's 34 hours from now. Okay, you have yes. Do we need to increase Daniel Ricciardo? Yes. Nothing happened. Yes. It was good. It was good. No issues. Let's still see if we can prepare some. Yes. Finally, we have some. So we need front jack more than 16 and rear jack more than 5. What the fuck did I do? Sorry. Rear jack 17, front jack 19. Nice. Pit crew is very cheap, so you can just so front jack nice. Okay. Tires none is more than 15, so we don't have to do anything. Let's have front jack. Rear jack. Let's see. 'Cause I guess if you can see the camera only, I think. Okay, we'll finish the car repair and hire this guy. So accept it. Instead of okay. So that's it. We are going to design engine, better engine. So as you can see, this should give us some, okay, but this will, okay. No, this is good. Reliability, anyhow I'm not getting this for the next race, so I have plenty of time to increase the reliability and the performance. Let's build this. Engines are always very costly, very costly. So yeah, and my car condition should be finished. Yes, car condition is finished. So as you can see, 85% is good, so I don't need to employ any more stuff. I think we'll sign off here. We'll sign off here. Save this once. It doesn't save. It only saves itself by itself after the end of the race. So if you are going to pause or something, always save. Let's quit. And I think this is it. Goodbye for now. Maybe in 2 or 3 days or next week I'll come up with the next stream. We'll go a little bit faster then and finish off 2 races in one stream. Let's see. Okay, goodbye.